Hey guys, this is Jason Barton, and I'm taking a little break from hiking today. It's a pretty warm day here in March, and I need to do a real light restoration on this little cabinet I purchased. This is a really neat little cabinet. It's about 16 inches wide. Someone has used these large envelopes, or whatever you want to call them, as drawer bottoms. I think every drawer I saw had one in here, so I thought that was cool. But you can tell the hardware is pretty old, but still really neat. So I'll be taking the hardware off of it. It does have the original skeleton key. It actually works and locks. Put a little bit of WD-40 on that. You can see my auction sticker on there. The mirror's in pretty good shape. A lot of these old mirrors, you can see a little bit of wear there. It does not have dovetail drawers. The drawers are nailed. I usually like to try to find a piece that's dovetailed, just better quality, but this is just such a cool piece. And the wheels on it, I believe, are Bakelite. So that probably puts this little cabinet somewhere in between the 1930s and 1950s or something like that. But it was in a basement, so it's got some water damage. Plan on cleaning that up. You can tell around the back, I mean, it's just got some mold on it, it looks like, from being damp. Some scratches and some spider webs, and we'll clean all this up and have it looking pretty good. So let's get started on it. All right, I got all the drawers out of the cabinet and about $2.50 worth of envelopes. I'll reuse those and mail some PD books around. And I saw this down in here. I always think this is cool. Amongst all the mouse poop and wood shavings, I do see a penny. And I thought, yes, I do see a quarter. So let me see what we got back in here. Actually, this is what is that anyway? A piece of wood? Yeah. That is just a piece of wood. Okay. I don't know what that come from. No, that is not a piece of wood. That's some sort of medicine tablet. Like maybe like an antacid pill or something. That's pretty gross. Okay, and I see a penny. Can't tell the year. It's just completely moldy. And I see a quarter. 1965. And it looks pretty nasty, but clean that up. At least I got 26 cents back out of it. And a bunch of wood shavings. I don't know what that's from, but we'll clean this thing out and vacuum it out good. What I'm going to do is put all these together and probably soak them in some vinegar and a cleaning agent to get them clean. Okay, I got my handles off and all the drawers seem to be in good shape except for the bottom one. And you can tell that it has gotten some water damage. It's pretty cool because it's got some measurements wrote on it. So maybe this has been replaced before, or maybe this is actually from the factory, because you saw a lot of handmade pieces back in those days. I always think it's cool when you see something written on there. But anyway, I'm going to have to take this apart and fix this one drawer. Alright, I got this drawer apart, and basically all I did was I just took one side off of it, and it slides out, as you can see here. And this drawer bottom is simply 3 pieces of veneer, that's what I call it, but 3 thin pieces of wood that had just been glued together that just come apart. So what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm actually going to try to clean it and glue it together and press it down, just so I can try to salvage the original drawer bottom. Since this was a really quick restore, I just decided to stick this thing in the bathtub, this drawer bottom, to let the wood get pliable, so I can straighten it out, hopefully, and glue it back together. But I got to get this thing out of the bathtub before somebody gets home and catches me with furniture parts in the bathtub. I'm sure I'd get in trouble. Okay guys, I'm going to start sanding on the cabinet. I've got 220 grit here. For the purposes that I'm going to be using this cabinet for, that's probably all I'll use. I don't want to make it perfect. I want to leave some of the scratches, some of the stains. I just want it to be really clean for my house. So let's start sanding on it. Now on the actual drawers, I've decided to use a palm sander just to kind of take the finish off, because I think I've decided I'm going to stain it back probably about the same color that it is now or close to it, to match the buffet sink I have in my bathroom. So let's hit it with a palm sander. Okay, that's all the sanding I'll be doing on this cabinet. It looks pretty rough right now, but it sanded down really good. A lot of the spots did come out that was roughed up, and whenever I add the stain to it, it should bring it right back to life. Now I'm gonna, before it gets dark outside, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put a little stain on it to try to experiment. I'm not sure what color stain I'm gonna use. This is a walnut stain. A lot of people use fancy brushes or foam brushes to apply it. I use paper towels. It's the choose a size paper towels if you want to be specific, because I like to choose a size. And this should look almost magical when I put this on here. So let's get that right. Yes. Oh, that looks great. Very, very good. When it dries, it won't be so shiny. So I'm going to go back over with this paper towel again. And that's just about the exact look I'm going for. So I am going to use this oak stain I have. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the cabinet. Here's a little comparison for you before I continue on. This is the sanded drawer front, and this is the stained drawer front, which is pretty much the exact look that I'm looking for in this particular piece. It's getting dark on me, so I decided to bring a light out here just so I could finish the stain for tonight. And I just love, this is my favorite part, is actually staining, just because of the transformation. So I just want to show you a little bit on this piece here what it's going to look like on the side. You see that wood grain coming out, you're staining it. Once again, I'm sure there's a lot of different ways to do this, but see all the wood grain you can see now. And there we go. This side is finished. You can't tell a lot about it, this light, but obviously you can see the wood grain in there. Hey guys, this is day 2. Worked last night till it got dark. I looked this morning and I missed a bunch of spots, so I'm going to go back over. I was trying to work after dark, should have stopped early. I will show you that I did sneak the wood out of the bathtub, didn't get caught, and laid these center blocks on it last night. Looks like it straightened that drawer bottom out good, so I'll be putting that back in today. And I let the hardware soak overnight in vinegar and some baking soda, so we'll check and see what that looks like. Alright, I just used this little metal bucket I had, put the hardware down in it, used this old toothbrush, and you can see how nasty and dirty that water, or that vinegar is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each piece, and looks like they came pretty clean. But I'm going to take the toothbrush and scrub each one down. Okay guys, I made a rookie mistake here. Besides wearing the same shirt twice in the same video, but it did get washed last night. Or did it? Anyway, I forgot to use wood glue to tighten up the joints in this thing. It's been sitting so long in dampness. You saw all that mold on it and stuff, that the joints will work loose on it, especially when you get it out of that dampness and into the dry for even a few days. It'll start loosening up. So make sure to tighten that up before you put the stain on it, because you'll need to wipe this glue off. But I'm going to do that now. All right, I got it put back together, and I think it looks absolutely fabulous. You can see here where the light spots is where I sanded and went back over it with the oak stain. The dark spots was the original finish that was on it. That's the look I'm going for. You could paint it if you wanted to, or you could have sanded it on down to where it all looked, you know, smooth and the same color. But this was the look I wanted. It matches the sink that's in my bathroom. The hardware looks great. It comes very clean. I love the patina on it. Works great, functions. Drawers look good. No envelopes in there. I'll probably put some in there later. I didn't really touch the back except to clean it. If you remember, that was all moldy down here. I just kind of sanded it and wiped it down. Still has some water damage down here, but nobody will see that. Some cracks here on this top piece. I probably could have put a little board across here to cut one down, but it's a good idea, but I probably won't ever do that. One of my favorite parts of this cabinet is the key that came with it. It looks like the original key. I did take some sandpaper and sand it down, as I did the locking mechanism, which turned out to be beautiful brass. The key does function now. I just love the feel of a skeleton key lock, as I call it. The inside cleaned up nicely. Lock it back. Locks like it's supposed to. Another thing that dates the cabinet is this wavy glass mirror. I'm not sure you can tell that the mirror is wavy or not, because my face is naturally wavy, like my hair. So, I have no idea what I'm saying. But anyway, appreciate you guys tagging along during this light restoration. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe, especially if you lasted this long to the end. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.